What's up everybody, Jemillio here with another SUPERX review. Now this is the Power Rangers third drop that SUPERX is doing, the third Power Ranger drop I should say. I got them in the background there, you can kind of see them, and then the Mighty Morphin logo right there. So the first drop was the green, red, and black Ranger. Second drop was the blue, pink, and yellow Ranger. And if you want to see my review previously for the first drop, I'm going to put a link up here and a link in the description if you want to watch that. But this one is a drop for the Dragon Shield version of the Green Ranger, just the hoodie, and the White Tiger hoodie and jogger set. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to get my hands on the White Ranger hoodie. So in this video, I'm just going to be reviewing the White Ranger joggers and the Green Dragon Shield hoodie. So that's what this review is going to be about. I have some interesting things to say about it. It's very, very different from anything that they've come out with before. So let's get right into the review. Now, in case you haven't watched my first Power Ranger drop review, I just want to say I'm not a Power Ranger fan. I don't want to come off and pretend like I'm something that I'm not. So I'm not a Power Ranger fan. So this is something that is you know, not kind of, I want to say tainted, or it's not touched by fandom bias. I'm the kind of person that I never really liked Power Rangers as a kid, but I will say that I understand where a lot of that love comes from. I'm a 90s kid. So Power Rangers was all around me when I was a kid. I just never really got into it, but I understand the impact that it had. There are millions of children at the time that were exposed to martial arts, and Power Rangers had a big hand in kind of bringing martial arts to America in a way that nothing really had done before, except maybe Bruce Lee. But for kids, there was really nothing that brought martial arts to the mainstream media like it did. And martial arts is something that I have friends that it's really saved their life. You know, they found a sense of community, a sense of home, a sense of family. It's kept them off the street, and their first exposure to it, the thing that got them into it, that made them want to do it, was watching Power Rangers as a kid. So even though I'm not a Power Rangers fan, I understand where the love comes from. I do get where the love for the property comes from. And if you want to again see more of my in-depth, what I had to say about the previous one, then make sure you check that out. But I just want to get that out the way. So if you're wondering why I'm maybe not using certain terminologies like a hardcore fan would, that's the reason why. I'm gonna first get into the Dragon Shield version Green Ranger hoodie. And this one I'm gonna have to kind of give two different reviews. One is just gonna be what is my opinion, just what I think of it, my subjective opinion. And then I'm gonna give kind of another review on, or another line of thinking objectively, just talking about the quality of the garment. Because this one is a very, very different type of hoodie than they've ever come out with before in the 5 years that I've been wearing their clothes. I'm 5'10", 185 pounds, and I'm wearing a large in the hoodie. So as you can tell, this one really looks like the costume. It really looks like the suit. They did not skip on the detail here. Some interesting things about the fabric. It's the same as all their new hoodies coming out, but if you're unfamiliar with SUPERX's fabric blend, it's a cotton polyester spandex blend. It feels very breathable, but still warm, and it has a good amount of stretch to it. And the biggest detail on this one is that kind of dragon shield on the shoulders. So on the shoulders is an actual separate piece of fabric that's over it. It's not stitched in. On the hoodie, you have these reflective strips that look like his helmet, like Tommy's helmet. And the difference on this one versus the previous Green Ranger suit is on the back, you have, instead of having the coin, like the dragon coin that he had, you have a picture of his helmet there. And I like how they did that because it just makes it even that much more different from the previous version. So first off, objectively, I like the quality. It still feels good. It does not feel cheap at all. The zippers are great. There's two pockets on here, one on the left and one on the right side. There's zipper pockets. Zippers work great. The center zipper works great. Again, like I said too, I like how they made this different from the other one. Also in the style. So this is a zip up. The other one was a pullover. It doesn't feel cheap at all. Now, subjectively, what are my honest opinions of this one? I wrote down kind of where SUPERX falls on the chart of other clothes. So here on the left, I kind of rate them on a scale of 1 to 5. So 1 being basic. Basic is your clothes like Nike, Under Armour, Reebok. That's a level 1. That's what I would consider level 1 clothes. Basic white and black clothes, more solid colors. Then SUPERX, to me, has this great thing, and that's why I like their clothes in the first place, of being right there in the middle. On a scale of 1 to 5, they're like a 3. And clothes that I would say are that kind of, to me, that perfect SUPERX blend are suits like the Kent, that came out back in 2020. There's a new Snake Eyes one that came out. Check that one out if you haven't already. The Snake Eyes tracksuit, even the Storm Shadow one, and like the Wayne long sleeve. Well, you can tell it's different. It still stands out from something that you haven't seen before, but it's bold, not loud. It's that nice kind of middle of the road. And then SUPERX will sometimes get a little more costumey, and they'll go to like a level 4. And to me, a level 4 would be things like the Todd V2 or the Power Rangers level 1 or version 1, level 1 version 1. The Rogers V3 was a little more costumey, and then like the Damien that came out during Black Friday, that's like a little more costumey too. And SUPERX has this great way of kind of going back and forth between, you know, bold, not loud, and like a little more costumey, kind of going back and forth and back and forth. This one to me goes all the way to level 5. Level 5 to me is Party City / Spirit Halloween. It gets into Costume Town. This to me looks just like a costume. I can't imagine seeing someone wearing this in the gym. Just in my own head, I just can't see it. For example, previous Ranger suits, the red, the black, the green, blue, pink, yellow, even as a non-fan, I think the design looks really good, and even I would be comfortable walking around in that in a commercial gym. So for example, you know, if I'm working out at a 24-hour fitness or LA Fitness or something, and I see somebody walking in with that black Ranger suit, I'm gonna look at it and go like, oh, like you could tell it's a Power Ranger suit, but it's like, oh, that's interesting, that looks different. If I saw somebody walking in with this hoodie, it would really catch my attention, and not necessarily in the best way. The only people that I can see wearing this are if you're going to wear it for cosplay. One, because the pointed shoulders really stand out, and two, the extra weight on the shoulder from the fabric, you do notice it, you do feel it. So like if you're running in it, you do feel the extra weight. If you're doing anything where you're moving your arms around a lot, like say boxing or grappling, or even just lifting weights, you do notice that it feels like there's like an extra layer of fabric on your shoulder. You do notice it. It doesn't feel as light and airy. So to me, this design was a little more fashion over function. It's the opposite. It's a little more fashion over function. If you're somebody that's a Power Ranger fan, and you're in a commercial gym, you may love it enough and say, hey, screw it, I don't care, I love how it looks. I actually want to hear your guys' opinion. Please let me know. Do you think it's too far over into Party City Town? Or do you think it actually just looks the same as all their other stuff? I want to hear your opinion. I'm actually really curious to hear what you guys have to say, especially from the hardcore Power Ranger fans. So that's just my opinion on it. That's what I have to say about it. In terms of sizing, I do believe that you should stay true to size. I'm wearing a large, and a large fits me well. So now let's get into the White Ranger or the White Tiger joggers. Again, I'm 5'10", 185, and I'm wearing a large in these joggers, and these are some of the best joggers that they have come out with, and I'm gonna explain why. One, I really like the cream color they went with. They didn't go with like just a super crispy white. I love that because I think white looks great. It's just white gets dirty so fast, especially workout gear. So I like how they went with this kind of cream color. The only thing that I noticed around the knee, and I'll kind of get into that a little bit about the color, but at the knee they have this great mesh material. They're using this mesh material on more of their hoodies and joggers, and I love it a lot. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So you have this nice flexibility at the knee, and then you have this really cool embroidered white tiger coin that Tommy has in the show, and that mesh material goes up under the crotch too, so it's a gusset. You don't have to worry about the pants slipping or anything like that. Also, there are 2 zippers on the joggers, 2 zipper pockets. They work great. They're deep enough. You can put, you know, a good amount of stuff in there if you want. The only downside I would say, and this is kind of like a nitpick, is I would probably like to see the mesh on the knee the same color as the rest of the joggers. So you have like this really crisp white on the knee, and then you have the cream color on everything else. And so I might have liked to see it just the same color, but that's just me. That's kind of like me nitpicking. I think the gold on here looks great. It's not like a yellow, it really is a gold color. And at the bottom you have great cuffs. So no zipper, no Velcro, no nothing, it's just cuffed. These are very comfortable. I like these a lot. Again, coming from someone who's not really a Power Ranger fan, I would actually wear these. Like I really, really like these joggers a lot. So unfortunately I can't show you the hoodie, but in terms of if you want a great pair of joggers, definitely get these. Hey, maybe you want to get like the Green Ranger hoodie and the White Ranger joggers, or some Green Ranger joggers and, you know, White Ranger top, and you could be like a Tommy combo, you know, where like a Green Ranger, White Ranger combo, I don't know. But that's pretty much all I like to say about the joggers. It's the same material as the hoodie, cotton polyester spandex blend, you know, waistband feels great. So, you know, nothing really to kind of go too deep into here, but I think they look great and I think they feel great. My sizing recommendation on the joggers is gonna be the same as the hoodie. Stay true to size. I don't really see a need to go up or go down. I think if you stay true to size, you should be good to go. If you guys want a discount on anything you saw in this video or anything else on their site, make sure to use my discount code at checkout, Jemillio, Jemil. It'll give you 15% off anything on their site. And also be on the lookout for their performance long sleeves and the shorts they're coming out with. I don't have my hands on those, but I know that the fabric on the long sleeves is the same as their other performance long sleeves. It's a spandex polyester blend. So if you like how the other long sleeves feel, you're gonna like how these long sleeves feel. Once again, please remember to leave a comment. If you're a non-Power Ranger fan, still leave a comment. But especially if you're a Power Ranger fan, let me know what you think of this Dragon Shield version. Is it too much? Is it just right? I really want to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.